Hello everyone. In the previous video, we saw that what is input, what is output, what is hardware, software, and the different types of software, and all those other basic definitions. Today, I am going to tell you about the working of the computer, how exactly the computer works. We all know that the computer has a monitor, a keyboard, a CPU, and once we key in some data through the keyboard, and when we want to open any application, we open the application and then we put in our data in that, and we are getting back some results. So let us actually look at how exactly this computer works. So how I am going to explain is, I am going to take the block diagram of the computer and explain it to you. What do you mean by block diagram? Block diagram is nothing but you are representing each functional unit, that is your keyboard, your monitor or your CPU, in the form of a block or in the form of a rectangle. And then I will tell you how the data or information flows inside the computer to get the desired result. What do you mean by data? Data is nothing but the raw facts that you are going to store in the computer is known as data. And what is information? The processed data is known as information. But we use that interchangeably. That is, we say the information as data and data as information. Now coming to this block diagram of the computer, it is nothing but the working of the computer. In the block diagram of the computer, we are going to have there are 4 units in the block diagram of the computer. One is your input unit. Okay, second is your output unit. Third is your storage unit, and then you have the CPU. So these are the 4 units in the block diagram of the computer. So if we are going to represent this in the form of blocks, so what we are going to do here is, I just represent this in the form of blocks. So we have the input unit. The input unit is nothing but your keyboard or your mouse, where you are going to type the data. And then next comes your output unit. The output unit can be your monitor or your printer, where you are going to actually see the data. Yes, and then we have the storage unit. The storage unit is nothing but, it is your memory. Yes, many of you would have heard of this word, primary memory or the main memory. It is also known as main memory, or also known as RAM, random access memory. So your storage unit actually is made up of primary memory, and this primary memory actually it coordinates with the secondary memory. Secondary memory is nothing but it is a permanent memory. So secondary memory is your hard disk, your pen drive, your DVD, all that constitutes your secondary memory. And the 4th unit that we are seeing is your CPU. CPU means central processing unit. It is also known as the brain of the computer, where all the processing activities will be done by the computer. So the CPU actually is made up of 3 units. One is known as control unit. The second part is known as ALU, or arithmetic logic unit. And lastly, you have the registers. Registers are the working memory of the CPU. So this is how your block diagram looks like. Now let me take a simple example. Now you open your computer, you open the calculator application, and you are going to take the calculator application, and using your mouse or maybe your keyboard, you are going to type in the numbers. Okay, let us say you are going to type 2 and 3, and you want to now type 2 and 3. You want to process it. Let us say that you want to add these 2 numbers. So you are doing 2 plus 3. So what will be the output of 2 plus 3? It will be 5. So in your calculator, you are using your mouse, you are typing 2 and 3, you are using your plus button here, and then you are getting the result here as 2 plus 3 equal to 5. So there are 3 things which has happened here. One is the input, second is your process, third is your output. So when you do this, same thing happens inside your computer. The data that you are going to store, the data which is the data here in this example. It is 2 and 3. So it is being keyed in from the keyboard, this 2 and 3. It is being now sent to the primary storage device or your RAM. Now we may say why it is not going to the CPU. See, CPU is always busy. It is doing lot of processing work. So we don't know exactly when the CPU is going to be free to take this particular data. So a storage place is required. So that storage place is known as memory. So this 2 and 3 is getting first stored here, and then this 2 and 3 is now sent to the CPU. The CPU takes this 2 and 3, and what is the processing it has to do? It has to do a plus. So that 2 and 3 is sent into the ALU or the arithmetic logic unit. Now you may ask me, what is the use of CU? CU is the control unit. It is used to control and coordinate all the processing that is done inside the computer. So it is like the main part where it is going to see which data is going to get inside the CPU, what process is happening, where it has to be sent to the output device, or whether it has to be sent to the memory, or what and all things has to be done is taken care by the control unit. The ALU now takes this 2 and 3, it does the processing, it does 2 plus 3, and it gets the result as 5, and this result 5 is sent again to the memory unit, and when the output unit wants this, it is taken from this memory unit, and this 5 is displayed by this output unit. Okay, it is taken from this CPU, it goes to the primary memory, and from the memory again to the output unit. So this is how, and this is the result. So the output unit or your monitor will display the result. So your final process, what has happened is, you will tell the user to enter two numbers. He enters 2 and 3. It goes into the memory. The CPU takes it from the memory, and after it finishes the processing, it sends it back to the memory, and from the memory again it is going to the output unit, which is your monitor or your printer, and you are seeing the result. This is how your computer works.